Janeway and B'Elanna want to do science on some photonic things in a baby star. They teleport some aboard after Janeway corrects a problem that was definitely mentioned for no reason at all. Then they ask Kim if he wants to come and do some science too. Or, more accurately, they try to. He can't answer on account of mysteriously vanishing from the ship. He's not been seen since his last shift 4 hours ago, but was booked in to use the holodeck. Oh god, a holodeck episode. Tuvok tries to scan the holodeck to check he's there, but can't because there's interference. They all go down there to discover they can't turn the thing off, and seriously, does the Admiral that keeps agreeing to install these things on Federation ships have shares in a holodeck company or something? Windows Vista was more reliable. Anyway, it's stuck running a copy of Beowulf. That's an old English story about a Scandinavian guy who murders local wildlife. They're challenged by Freya, a shield maiden, who tells them that Beowulf, who's probably being played by Kim, is super dead. They go to meet King Santa, who says Grendel messed Kim up right proper, then took the body. Well, probably. Nobody actually saw it, but they read it on the internet, so it must be true. Oh, and on a tangent, if Grendel is repelled by the sounds of joy, as King Santa says, why don't they just party in shifts? It feels like they need to accept some of the responsibility here, is all I'm saying. Anyway, Chakotay says he and Tuvok will have a pop at this Grendel lad. Santa's best elf takes issue with this, but Santa tells him to shut the fuck up. They all bugger off and leave Chakotay and Tuvok alone. Sending scan results to Janeway and B'Elanna shows there's photonic things in the holodeck, probably caused by the unimportant problem that was mentioned at the start of the episode. The photonic things might be buggering up the holodeck, they say, and may have converted Kim into energy. Then Shiny Grendel shows up and eats Chakotay and Tuvok. Up on the bridge, we're analysing what's going on. It seems Kim, Chakotay and Tuvok have been half-teleported by the photonic shiny. Paris says they might still be recoverable, and because Tom Paris is a dick, he bravely volunteers someone else without consulting them. You see, the dock is a hologram and so can't be converted in the same way as filthy flashbags. After Janeway explains the situation, they all bugger off, leaving the dock and Kez alone. They discuss the Doc's nervousness at encountering things outside his area of expertise, which is all well and good, if a little heavy-handed, but disappointingly, it's all being framed as a chance to be a member of the crew, an opportunity to prove that you're one of us, which sends the message that, to be accepted as valid, he must conform rather than be judged on his current merits, which is a decidedly un-Star Trek message. But again, I digress. The Doc is transferred to the holodeck and meets Freya. He introduces himself as Dr. Schweitzer, and I'm sure the plot element of his name has now been swiftly and satisfyingly concluded. We go to meet King Santa, who gives his customary "Woe unto me, for everything is utter dog shit" speech. Then Santa's best elf takes a swing, which passes through the dock, and they start worshipping him. They all go to bed, except for Freya, who stays and offers some holosex before leaving. Then Shiny Grendel shows up, grabbing the Doc's arm before he gets transferred out. Well, most of him. They strap a new arm on him, then discover Shiny Grendel has a synaptic pattern, suggesting intelligence. They check to see if the sample in engineering has something similar, and, after proving it does, it escapes, then scarpers through the hull before linking up with a CGI lens flare and disappearing. Before it disappeared, though, we were able to scan it. Looks like there are 3 biological patterns in the lens flare. Could be Kim, Chakotay and Tuvok. Could also be the Marx brothers. Regardless, Janeway thinks those 3 biopatterns were taken in retaliation for grabbing the photonic things, which turned out to be life forms. The Doc suggests freeing the final photonic thing to Shiny Grendel will make amends, so he jogs off to the holodeck to deliver it. Only he's intercepted by Santa's best elf, who does some fighting, then Freya gets in the way and is stabbed a bit, while best elf nicks the photonic thing. The Doc kisses a corpse he's known for maybe 20 minutes total, then goes after best elf. The Doc beats Best Elf with the power of walking slowly while holding some fire, then reclaims the photonic thing. Shiny Grendel turns up, the Doc releases the photonic thing, and the missing crew members reappear. Afterwards, Janeway and the Doc are discussing things, and I get that this is supposed to be bonding, but it comes across to me as the Doctor saying, "Look at me, I can do these things too, just like my biological betters," and the whole exchange leaves a bit of a taste. Probably doesn't help that the episode is an overcooked turkey. Oh, and he nixes the Schweitzer name too, but I'm sure that plot element will be swiftly and satisfyingly concluded. End of episode.